While the game itself might not have been close, it was still worth it to see what the Brooklyn Nets bring to the table with their two megastars and cadre of talented role players surrounding them. Steph Curry looks pretty rusty and out of sync with the weight of the offensive world on his shoulders, but Kevin Durant looks almost exactly the same as he did before his Achilles injury, while Kyrie Irving is reminding everyone that he could be in the MVP discussion, which just means one thing this early in the season: the Kyrie KD Nets are the favorites to win the NBA championship. No offense to the reigning champs in Los Angeles, since they're clearly favored to get back to at least the finals, but there seems to be enough of everything on the Nets to give them an extremely tough series. But let's examine how KD and Kyrie got their buckets to see how sustainable this will be throughout a long season. It started out with a set you'll see a lot this year, as Spencer Dinwiddie flare screens for Kyrie to the corner before flowing into a double pin down for Kyrie. The good screen set by Dinwiddie forces a switch, and Kyrie just goes to work against Eric Paschall for the long two that ripped the net. The Nets run this step-up screen with Durant on the weak side wing, hoping that his man will step over to help on the roll man. It's well contained, but who even needs offense when you can just throw it to Durant out top for an ISO? Check the right foot skip left hand dribble into a quick release right over the contest of Andrew Wiggins for the three. If the ball gets pushed down the court and forces a cross match, you can bet KD is going to keep it and attack. And it doesn't matter here that two defenders come to bottle him up. He rises up over both of them, could have gotten the foul call on James Wiseman before swishing this one through the rim. Here's that same double pin down the right side we saw earlier, but if Harris can't get open, it flows into a double ball screen for KD. Wiseman contests well, but KD is his height and absorbs the contact and still drops this through for the and one. The air ball gets loose on this possession. Joe Harris is in the right place at the right time, and in the scramble, no one finds Kyrie all by himself. Notice his perfect rhythm, timing the bottom of the dip to the right foot plant. The ball is up and out and into the hoop. Ball movement is a priority for new head coach Steve Nash, and I don't blame him with so many players that need to eat. So the kick out to the corner gets an attack of the closeout, but the Warriors bottle it up in the paint. But that means Kevin Durant, of all people, is all alone in the right corner. Paschall closes out to prevent middle penetration, but he's too far to the side, giving up a straight line drive for the dunk. The game was already getting out of hand, as Kyrie quickly gets the step-up screen from DeAndre Jordan. Kevon Looney gets stuck trying to contain the ball handler and stop the lob to Jordan, and there's not much you can do as Kyrie lifts off the left foot, shows the ball with the right hand before switching to the left for the runner. Wow. Here's a motion weak set where Kyrie enters to the wing and shallow cuts across the court to the left wing. There was a notion of the back door being open here as Oubre gets caught on the high side of the screen, but credit Paschall for getting into the passing lane as help. But that means he's got to guard Kyrie, and let's just say that it didn't go so well. I think Kyrie could be the most difficult player to guard in the NBA. And after they run Harris off the slip ball screen then flare screen, Kyrie rejects the Allen inside screen, Looney doesn't step up like he should, and Kyrie not only punishes Bazemore for reaching in, but nails the pull-up too. I can't get over how good these two look together already. And it's also clear there's lots to be added to the offense to make them even better, which is why you've got to check out my new YouTube membership for deeper analysis on the Nets and every other team in the NBA. From custom emojis to exclusive live shows to invite-only watch parties, it brings B-Ball Breakdown to a whole new level of interaction. So click on the link in the description to check out the details. I guarantee you won't be throwing away your money like the Warriors were throwing away the ball last night with so many live ball turnovers that really killed them. The long arms of Jared Allen deflected this pass nicely, and it led to Kyrie extending an already big lead by pulling up on a big man who was clearly used to sinking into the paint. What will definitely make Steve Nash excited is when Kyrie can get off ball and Dinwiddie can bring it up. It's unclear what Brad Wanamaker did to Kyrie to get done this dirty, but it was just mean as he throws it behind the back into spin, then split through the legs, and the float back towards the baseline for the little jumper. What makes it unfair for anyone guarding KD is this. The good cross screen from Harris allows Durant to catch it right where he wants it in the post, and Wiggins contests well, but it just doesn't matter from that distance. Not to be outdone, they get Kyrie off the ball as Caris LeVert runs the show to start, but check how willing KD is to screen for Kyrie to get him open. Good recovery by Oubre, otherwise KD was open for the three, but that just means Kyrie does the rip-through blow-by like Michael Jordan, before pulling up on two defenders and rainbows this in with the shooter's touch. As the half wound down and Steph Curry watching from the weak side, Kyrie pulls from the R in the logo before the defense is ready to defend, and it's as clean as you get. There was a blitz by the Nets to start the third that didn't even include buckets by Kyrie or KD, although they were directly involved by leveraging their gravity to throw 3 dimes. But you can't keep them from scoring for long. As Durant gets the steal, Dinwiddie makes the right choice in the 2-on-1 as Curry is helpless and KD thunders this one down. Durant ultimately didn't shoot that well from the field, and 3 of his misses were on the same shot, drifting to his left, off the left foot, shooting it with the right, trying to bank this in off the glass. This is one of the hardest shots to master, and perhaps it's a matter of time until he gets his rhythm on these. And on this ISO against Looney, the great contest causes the miss, but Curry was stuck valiantly trying to box out DeAndre Jordan. The tap goes back to Spencer, who finds the open Kyrie, and despite the provocative swipe by Oubre, which looked like a lot of contact, Irving still hits the little floater. And to top it off, KD displays the kind of push-off on that repaired right leg that demonstrates his rehab was successful, as he looks to be every bit the player he was before the Achilles tear. Because it's so early in the season, it's hard to make any hard predictions, but I don't have to see much more from the Nets to know they'll get even better than they are now. And that means it's a long shot for anybody else in the East to beat them. And maybe only the Lakers across the rest of the NBA. Don't forget to check out my new YouTube membership for all sorts of perks, including a Discord server that will allow members to help decide which videos I make. Hit the like and subscribe buttons as well. Plus, give me a comment and let me know what you think of this Nets team and whether they can win it all. After all, at B-Ball Breakdown, it's not a channel, it's a conversation. And a membership. You in?